Hey folks, how you all doing? So I've got Poppy here with me again today. She wants to get involved. She's got her little hat on. I've got mine on. What we're going to do is show the records and compact discs that Lynn and I picked up in the month of April. There's about half a dozen vinyl albums. There's Record Store Day, and there's also a now she's in the way. There's also a CD. So we'll go through what we purchased. The one CD that we purchased in this month, well, I purchased because Lynn is not a fan of Tay Tay. I'm a Swiftie, I must admit that. The Tortured Poets Department, the brand new album from Taylor Swift. Yeah, it's a really good album if you like Taylor Swift. It's not as poppy as a lot of her albums. It's more subdued musically, like Folklore, Evermore and Midnights. It's more along those lines of more recent albums. Very, very good album in my opinion. And as a Swiftie, I couldn't say anything bad about the album, obviously. Next up, I managed to pick up a copy of this one. I think Poppy's just about enough. Poppy. It's Rod Stewart. It's a picture disc. This one's actually second hand. So it's a picture disc of Blondes Have More Fun, which came out in 1979, 78, 79. Contains the hit single Do You Think I'm Sexy and Ain't Love a Bitch. Managed to pick that up second hand for a really good price. Oh, there goes Poppy, she's off. See ya, Pop. For a really good price on eBay. It is my favourite. Okay, Pop. It is my favourite Rod Stewart album of all time, so I was finally able to pick that up on picture disc for a reasonable price. Next up, Lynn actually purchased this one. It's the deluxe remastered edition, 180 gram limited edition picture vinyl disc of Who's Next. We're both big Who fans. I'm probably a bigger Who fan than Lynn, but nonetheless, we're both fans, and it was really good to get this 50th anniversary picture disc finally, which actually was a good price as well. I managed to pick up this one, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. This is her second studio album. She's got a third one coming out this year. She's a modern singer. I'm actually a fan of Billie Eilish. Fans of Lorde, if you guys remember Lorde but aren't familiar with Billie Eilish, similar sort of style, but yeah, very, very good. This is on double vinyl, just black vinyl. Also managed to pick up this one. We have most of Chris Isaak's albums between us in our collections. This is the deluxe edition of his Everybody Knows It's Christmas album. This one contains three bonus tracks plus a remix of one of the songs on here. So it is a bonus. If you've seen on my channel, there's a couple of clips that I took on my iPhone. The Chris Isaak concert we saw about 3 weeks ago. This is on the Sun label. It is actually lime green. See if my phone will pick that up. Don't know if it really. No, it doesn't really show it, but it is a beautiful lime green. That's on the Sun label, as I've mentioned. So yeah, we actually saw Chris Isaak. That was the first time Lynn had ever seen Chris Isaak in concert. I've seen him 3 times. I don't think I've seen him 4 times, definitely 3 times. He's just an absolutely excellent entertainer. If you've never seen him, he's well worth a listen. He's very much like Roy Orbison. He does a couple of Roy Orbison songs live. He generally does an Elvis Presley song live, so he's very much into that old 50s, early 60s style. Very, very good entertainer. He addresses the crowd really well, gets them involved as well. He walks through the crowd crooning in, and yeah, just a really, really good artist. 2 more albums to go. I can't find whether these 2 are official releases or whether they are bootlegs. But first we have picture disc, cover to cover, David Bowie. This is limited to 2,000 copies apparently. So it's got 9 live tracks here. They're all cover versions. You can read them for yourselves. We have Sorrow, Everything's Alright, I Can't Explain, Go Now, White Light, White Heat. Then on the B side we have Night Flights, If There Is Something, Wild Is the Wind, and the Young Americans medley, which features a load of old songs like Song Sung Blue, One Is Loneliest Number, Do Ron Run, Day Tripper, Blue Moon, Only You, Ain't No Sunshine, etc. And these were recorded between 75 and 92. So if anyone could tell me if this is an official release or a bootleg, that would be really good to know. But I've listened to this one, the quality of the recording is really good. Also we have this one, David Bowie Best of Live, limited edition 2 LP picture disc. So you got that one, and that's the other side of that one. Then you have that one, and that these tracks were recorded between 83 and 90. Just dropped something then. Well, I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, we haven't heard this one yet, or this double album. I'm not sure if it's a bootleg. I would assume it is, simply because it's not on Wikipedia, and neither is the other one I just showed. So maybe they are bootlegs. I'm hoping the sound quality of this one is as good as the other one that I just showed you guys. Finally we get to Record Store Day. I'm not a big fan of Record Store Day. I don't get involved in it, but Lynne and I decided we would go this year. My last Record Store Day was 2013, when Paul Weller released a double A-sided single called Flame Out. I don't know if you can see that. And the old original, which is a track on the B-side. I actually didn't get this because I don't do Record Store Day, but I got one of my cousins who lives in Letchworth in Hertfordshire to go and grab this for me, and I paid him for it, and obviously the shipping out here, so he grabbed me that. After this, Paul Weller actually refused to get involved in Record Store Day because a lot of the copies of this single were actually being kept by the store owners and then selling for huge amounts of money on eBay sort of the day after, so fans didn't get a chance. So Paul Weller pulled out because that's not the idea of Record Store Day. But he did come back last year when he recorded that song Who Do You Think You Are with Suggs. I never got that single. It's fairly cheap on eBay. I'll probably pick it up this year. But anyway, this year actually, or Lynne and I actually decided, let's go to Record Store Day. Let's see what it's all about. So we drove about 40 minutes to a little independent record store. The queue was literally 100 meters, maybe 150 meters from the front door to the end of the street around the corner. We got there about 20 minutes before the shop opened. There were people in there discussing and talking that they'd been there since 2 a.m. that morning. Absolutely crazy. But it's good to see people actually involved in buying real music again. So that was a bonus. Anyway, we stood at the end of the line. We got in fairly quickly. The crowds moved, and I was after one thing in particular. It's Paul Weller again. He's got involved in Record Store Day this year with a double A-sided single, Soul Wandering and Rise Up Singing. I thought, oh my God, with all these people here, how am I going to get this single? Anyway, we're following the crowd, sort of getting weaved through the aisles of this record shop, and all I saw on a shelf about eyesight height was this. There was like a single, and then this was behind it, and I went, oh my God, that's the Polydor Polygram label. Oh my God, get there. got through the crowd, picked it up, looked at it, and oh my god, it's the Paul Weller one I was looking for. So yeah, really, really pleased to get this. I do like Soul Wandering. I think it's a fairly good song. I'm not keen on the other side of it. But yeah, managed to pick up that one, and it's the only record store day record I actually purchased. So anyway, guys, leave your comments in the comments section below, especially about the David Bowie picture discs. Are they bootlegs or are they actual real official releases? Maybe they were record store day releases a couple of years ago, a few years ago, whatever, I don't know. But anyway, got them. Be nice to know a bit more about them. Really, really glad to get Paul Weller. Both these tracks are off his new album coming out on May the 24th. The album's called 66, and yeah, the album cover work is done by Peter Blake. So yeah, really looking forward to hearing that album, even though the songs really aren't up to par in my opinion. But I know Rob Walker likes them. Anyway, guys, stay safe, take care. All for now. Catch you around, and bye, folks.